Okay, let's look at parental favoritism. What are the dangers, parents, when we favor our children and the children find out that you love this one more than the other? This one causes identity struggles as the children have grown when they grow up. In this case, we can see that Jacob learned early that love was conditional, could be conditional. Why? Because what he saw at home. He was a very good cook, but the dad preferred to eat the meat of Esau. So once a child does not get this from a father, it distorts their identity. We've seen that before. So Jacob spent much of his time in his adulthood life striving. How? You remember when he asked Esau to give him his birthright. You know, inside him, he's not satisfied. He wants to do it. Who am I? Am I Jacob? Yes. If I'm Jacob, then I need to take your birthright. Esau was very hungry at that time. Poor boy. He said, I have little life. You see the confessions we do. Esau said, I'm about to die. Who told him he's about to die? Because later on you see that they even met again after 14 years. 20 years? Jacob had served at Laban's house. So he sold his birthright. But this one was also a plan of God. So are we going to say, is this a crazy thing? No. God is never wrong. He knows. He knows. He knows. God knows what you're going through. He knows your pain because from birth he knew who you will be. So, but we see Jacob serving at Laban, seeking for that approval from a man because he did not get the approval from his father. So everywhere he went, he was seeking for this approval. And did not even stop there. He continued to seek approval even with God. You understand? So it is the childhood pain he went through as a child who was not approved by his father that distorted his identity. So in similar way, something like this is coming to Esau. What Esau always, though he was favored by his father, he was a strong person. He was confident, maybe overly confident. But what do you think he felt when Isaac gave a blessing to Jacob? I'm your favorite. I'm your child who has been giving you food, and you've requested me to go and get the best game for you. And I come back and my blessing has been taken by my little brother. If you saw this young man pleading, he's to ask his father, Lord, Daddy, Father, isn't there any blessing you can give me? But no, Isaac had already blessed Jacob. Do you see how this boy Esau feels, or this man Esau feels, knowing that his own mother has connived with his young brother to have a blessing from the dad, and they know that that blessing lasts? Do you feel the pain this young man is going through and how it went on in his life? Betrayed. He felt betrayed. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is that many adults struggle with self-worth and strive for achievement due to the feeling unseen, all compared to siblings as children. So I'm talking to a parent today. I'm also a parent. I don't have any favoritism as such, but I know that also there are some children that touch your heart somehow. But even though somebody does that to you, we should show them same treatment. There's no reason for us to show. I know that some children can be really difficult, but gauge and evaluate, reflect and ask, why is this child behaving the way he's behaving with us? Maybe at some point you did not communicate well. Maybe at some point you did not speak the language they understand, that they thought that there was no fairness in the house, and that way the childhood pain is building up, and you don't want it to go until they're old, because then it will have more effect on them. So we can tackle this pain. Like I said, some of this pain, God has already predestined us to go through it. But going through this pain does not mean it's the end of the road. It doesn't mean that you're going to die because you are going through this pain. The Lord knows and is available for us to be able to come out of this pain. Jacob took Esau's birthright because God had already told Rebekah that the old will serve the young. So it's our responsibility as mothers. Mothers, we have a big job because God spoke. And how many times have we had God speak about our children? If you know how to pray, pray for your children and remember what God told you about them and direct them according to that. Not by stealing someone else's blessing, but we have a mandate as women to bless our children and to direct them into the right path.